So this is going to be a different approach from me to these, as this is the first time I'm doing this over someone I watch week in, week out, and pay good money to get annoyed by. It looks like the young Argentinian's time at Old Trafford is done, and I think this will be a move that'll be best for both parties. It's never fun when you have to let an academy product go before he's reached his peak, but Garnacho has never done enough to endear himself to the United faithful. I'll get into the detail on the tactical side, but the not celebrating goals in front of the fans in a very childlike tantrum move also seems to be as leaky as the Old Trafford roof, and it is worth saying that this isn't factual, but it is strongly believed that he and his younger brother have been supplying Twitter accounts with team sheets and dressing room information. And that could and should be a concern for any buying club, and he needs to curb that petulance and immaturity big style, because that's probably brought the end to his United career more than anything else I'm about to speak about now. I'm going to get horny about transition again, but that's the best way to describe Garnacho's game. He's direct, with and without the ball. His ability to occupy the last line and stretch the pitch to receive the ball in behind from a direct pass from deep, his pace and acceleration are a top and equal measure, so he can get in behind easily and latch onto balls that aren't even weighted perfectly because his pace is the equaliser. Out to win runs from the wide areas, completely tearing a fullback to shreds. Even when he gets on the ball, he doesn't seem to slow down. Still driving in behind and keeping it away from his fullback marker. One-on-one dribbling is where he excels as well, when he's in the wide areas or bearing down on goal with a lovely change of direction and a bit of flair, he can embarrass defenders. He can also carry the ball deep from his own half towards the opponent's penalty box. Once he hits his stride, his pace is near impossible to anticipate in terms of when to tackle, because one poor decision and he's away or you've given away a foul. With both of these qualities, he can get himself into some really great positions, but there are two big issues with this: his decision making and his quality, which I think some would argue are pretty important. His ignorance of his teammates around him is, and I can't stress this enough, frustrating. He is a head down, look at the ball and go type player. Defo the kid on the playground that clenches his fist by putting his thumb in the middle of it, probably turn his cap around right before two. There can be some brilliant runs around him, but he does not care. And then the other issue is that when he gets into a half-decent position, or even better than that, his quality lets him down so bad. His ability to finish is at best inconsistent, at worst terrible. Lack of composure, a lack of placement, all of the potential good work he's done getting himself into that position is all for nothing. His ability to be a third-man runner helps fashion out these opportunities though, and with his level of flair he has at his disposal, he can do everything right, bar the thing that actually wins you games. His relationship with his fullback/wingback is a puzzling one as well. Comfortable making underlapping runs to support the wide player to get him behind the defensive line, or vice versa, being the wide threat and linking up with his teammate who could be underlapping. And again, the issue with these moments is decision-making. Ignoring runs is sometimes a lot easier to do than looking up and spotting them, and he has the quality to use those runs to his advantage to move inside and create chaos from central half-space areas, but if you're the supporting runner, get used to making a lot of runs without ever touching the ball, and when he has one of those games, which is pretty often, where his quality lets him down, then I tell you, it's enough to have the Samaritans on speed dial. One thing that does my absolute nut in is when he gets down to the byline or in crossing situations in general, you guessed it, he doesn't look up. And all he does every damn time is pull it back to the penalty spot. Every godforsaken time. Now, the odd time a midfielder is arriving on the edge of the box and they have a good chance to score, and then it looks class. But I don't know if he knows that when a striker makes runs into the box, it's not just to create space in behind them, but also to actually receive the ball for a clearer shot on goal. And that doesn't stop him throwing his arms in the air in a little bit of a sulk every time he starts an opposition counter-attack. If you're going to take all the worst parts of Cristiano Ronaldo, then you have to take the good, and yet he still has not. Also an absolute liability off the ball. Not intense enough in the press at all, half-pressing at best, and that's being generous. Also very easily ran past, and leading to his fullback being a fullback, because he better get Garnacho out of this or else he's screwed. Also, the time he has to physically duel with someone, on or off the ball, then he's in trouble. Very physically weak and too easily looks for the foul and just gets out-muscled by anyone with a little bit of physicality about them. The biggest issue with Garnacho is that there's potentially 30 goals a season in him, if you can refine those qualities, and that potential is enough to make clubs gamble. Arsenal need his profile badly, but again, not worth the gamble. He's the exact type of profile that Chelsea are going for at the minute, but again, I'm not sure that's a good thing. Spurs could well be an option. I don't see it happening, but they're probably the one club I can see making the gamble and have it make sense. Napoli's a strong link with him to replace Kvaratskhelia, and I can see that, and maybe Conte is the exact type of manager he needs to get the best out of him. But I'd love to know what you guys think. Cheers, lads. In a bit.